doing a lot of thinking lately, which in itself is a good thing to do, to think. But I've been thinking specifically about you, our traveling Hasidim family. You see, at our wonderful Shabbaton, the Shabbos in the shtetl too, we got together from all over the country, we spent a wonderful Shabbos together, and we all gained so much from it. And it made me think, it's such a shame we only see each other once a year or so. You see, we tried to stay in touch here and there, but Baruch Hashem, it's getting very difficult to stay in touch with everyone, although we'd love to. So I've been given many ideas what we could do, from newsletters to television shows, until we came up with something in between. The middle way, which is a video blog, which I will share a small Torah thought with you on a video blog. But it's more than that. It's the submit your comments feature, which makes it a two-way stay in touch system. So I'd like to ask all of you to submit your comments below, and let's have a conversation. Torah topic conversation. However, our blog is still nameless, but I'll leave that to you. I'm not going to give a name to it. I want to hear your ideas, what we should name this blog. Please don't say the Traveling Hasidim blog. You can be sure we think of something out of the box, something interesting, something exciting, and share your idea right below this blog. I'm waiting to hear from you. This blog, the style of this blog will be based on your questions, and I will try my best to answer them. So we ask all of you to call in on the Traveling Hasidim number. Ask your question, and I will try my best to answer your question. And we'll begin right now with this week's question. Our first question from our good friend, Mr. Lucan from Yardley, Pennsylvania.
Hello, Rabbi. I have a question. Is there a purpose or a reason for covering the matzah or for covering the bread on Shabbat?
No. Great question. So the question which is being asked is, why do we cover the bread, the challah, on Shabbos when we make Kiddush? It's a question which is asked by our sages, and they have an answer which is seemingly strange, but it has a profound idea. Our sages teach us that the reason we have to cover the bread, or the challah, or the matzah on Pesach, when we make Kiddush, is because bread is our ultimate source of nourishment. Our main source of nourishment is bread. Versus wine, it certainly enhances our life, wine, but it's not really our main source of nourishment. We could do fine without it. Therefore, if we make Kiddush before washing and cutting up the challah, it's not fair, so to speak, that we're beginning with something less important than the challah, which is so much more important because this is our main source of nourishment. And therefore, so as not to embarrass the bread, we cover it while we make Kiddush, because we're making Kiddush before and drinking a cup of wine. So we cover the bread so not to embarrass the bread or the challah. Interesting idea. But what's the deeper meaning behind this? Does the bread have feelings? Does the challah have feelings? Do you really think the challah is getting embarrassed? The idea is that when we are told by Hashem not to embarrass our fellow man, isn't just so that the other party shouldn't get embarrassed. It's because we should act like a mensch, as we say. It's to perfect our own humanity, our own morality, for our own being. We shall not embarrass someone else. The point isn't just not to embarrass the bread. The point is to stay focused and to think, how can I do this? I may be embarrassing someone. Will the other party get embarrassed? Maybe not. But for my own morality, I shouldn't be doing that. We see the same type of idea in Egypt with the plagues. When Hashem sent Moses to tell Pharaoh to let my people go, he said no, of course. And as we all know, The first plague was blood. How did the blood come about? So Hashem told Aaron to take a stick and hit the water with a stick, and all the water of the Nile turned to blood. Now the question is, why Aaron? Why not Moses? He was the one who was supposed to take the Jews out of Egypt. And our sages teach us that since the water saved Moses' life, you see, when Moses was born, they put him into a casket, into a box, and they put the box into the river. And this saved his life when he was born, so the Egyptians shouldn't take him away. So since the water saved Moses' life, he couldn't take a stick and hit the water. Now again, does it really hurt the water when he gets hit with a stick? You must be kidding. Of course not. So why couldn't Moses, take the stick and hit the water? And the answer is, again, if the water saved Moses' life, he shouldn't be able to do it. I cannot take a stick and hit the water which saved my life, although it won't hurt the water one iota. But I can't do this for my own morality. I cannot take a stick and hit the water which saved my life. We cannot embarrass a fellow man, regardless if he or she will get embarrassed, if he or she will feel hurt. It's for our own midos, for our own morality. And this is the message which the sages are teaching us with covering the bread before we make Kiddush. We have to stay focused. Jewish life is not just about the certain mitzvahs we do during the life. It's every moment of our day. Stay focused. Think what you're doing. You're about to make Kiddush? There's bread in front of you. It's more important than wine. Don't do it to the bread. Will it hurt the bread? I don't care. You cannot do it. Thank you very much. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful Shabbos. And regards from all the traveling Hasidim.